All right, we're live. We are live after that Rams Vikings debacle, as we'll say.
Yeah, it was a game the Vikings could have won. I'm not going to say should have won, but definitely one they could have won. And now they're forcing me to sport these new colors, this fancy new football hat that I received for Christmas.
Yes, sir. Let's give her a minute here. We're seeing some usual suspects as always. A lot to talk about. I'm looking at the stats as far as right now, and a lot of things sticking out for sure. But a very, very gut punch, dick punch, ass punch to the Vikings' chances of those dreams of playoffs.
Well, and we said we're going to be in this thing till they're absolutely officially eliminated. That hasn't happened yet, so we are still going to cut. We're still alive. We're still alive in this thing as of this point. So, yeah, again, a game the Vikings had to have, could have had, but really, I think the better team won today. I'm just going to say that in short, but the Vikings did everything they could to actually pull this one out. At least the defense did.
Helmstead, he got some stuff to talk about. I can't wait. Can't wait for you guys to come on at the end. Give your stud and turd of the game. Give her another minute or two, but another one score loss. Never fails. Never fails. Couldn't have just beat us by 50. Got to toy with us.
You would have told me Matt Stafford was going to throw for 197, a touchdown, and 3 picks. I would probably told you that we were going to win this thing. Alas, that did not happen. That's what Matt Helmstead says when he pulls out his sword. Alas, look at my blade.
Jesus, Sony Michel had 131 yards rushing. Wow.
I just saw that.
Well, I mean, let's just hop balls deep right into this. Lupagus, I'll let you kind of just what's your biggest what's your takeaway? How do you wrap this game up?
I wrap this up just by the Matt Stafford especially gave us opportunities to win this thing. We only cashed in on a couple of them. He probably should have thrown 4 picks. Cam Downser had that bad drop earlier. Yeah, 5. Maybe even 5. It was a game where you felt like the Vikings were kind of, again, given a victory, and they couldn't cash in on the opportunities. It's kind of been the story of the year for the Vikings, especially after turnovers. Can't turn those turnovers into points, and that was the difference in this one. Defense, I thought for the most part played well, except for the run defense was not great today. But overall,
or every other week,
I think the more problems in this game was definitely the offensive side of the football, and primarily the first 3.5 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this. If you were to look at this without watching the game, time of possession, even Steven. 30 minutes apiece. Total yards was there was a difference of five yards, and first downs 22-19. So it was actually a pretty damn even game. The issues were clearly we couldn't do anything on turnovers. We were dropping interceptions where we should have had 5. And the big thing is the Vikings were 2 for 12 from third down. 2 for 12. That's pathetic. The Rams, 4 of 17 on third downs, 2 for 12.
And the Vikings unable to get the run game going, ran for just 65 yards on the day, or 69 yards, something like 66 maybe.
Well, I mean, when you look at this, you look at it. The Vikings didn't do much on the ground. Rams, they're fantastic against the run. Vikings are dog shit against the run. Rams ripped it up. So I mean, there really wasn't. I mean, that was kind of expected. I mean, we had Madison, we're out Dalvin Cook. Which brings up another talker. If we have Dalvin Cook, do we win this game?
I don't know. I don't know if we do.
Yeah, I don't think Dalvin Cook would. I mean, would he have done better in Madison? Probably, but I don't think that really made a difference.
Well, and to me, part of the problem was I think through the first 3 quarters of the game, Kirk Cousins is just way too locked in on Justin Jefferson. He's not looking at anybody else. Finally, toward the end, when we had to get down the field quick and score, he's hitting KJ Osborne. I think he hit who the hell is he? He hit Jefferson once, but I think there was someone else mixed in there. So maybe it was Conklin. But I feel like Cousins was just way too focused on Jefferson today. And if he was spreading the ball around a little more, maybe we could have moved the ball a little bit better in the first half of this game.
Well, Kirk Cousins had a pretty decent game. I mean, I thought he played pretty well.
I'm not saying he didn't play well. I'm just saying he was too locked into Jefferson. I mean, he didn't really start turning it on till late. I mean, I think he only had over 100 passing yards probably into the third quarter. It was very much like the Bears game.
Well,
And
he ended
finally,
up
things came alive a little bit.
Ended up with
He
3
did.
for 15. Justin Jefferson 8 for 12. So he only missed him on 4 of those, and Jefferson really should have caught a couple of them. So he was targeting him a lot, but I mean, really, Jefferson should have ended up with about 10 for 12 targets, which is pretty good. Osborne, very good game. Tyler Conklin was a little safety net, which was great to see. Old Conkedonk making himself some money for the upcoming free agency. I got to get caught up on some comments here.
Well, and again, and I feel like the way they were using Kenny and Ngwangu just wasn't working again today, and I feel like they're 1 for 3. I mean, it was going well against the Bears. The game before that, who the hell was it against? I don't remember, but it was like the plays weren't working. And again, Ngwangu, I mean, you said shut it down quick, and it looks like I mean, it just I didn't like the plays that were called when he was in there. Things just were not going for Kenny today.
Well, of everything going wrong, our third down, 2 for 12, cannot take advantage of these turnovers that we were getting. The big killer was that effing punt return, which was absolute bullshit. It seemed like a lack of effort on everybody on that punt return. I couldn't even I don't even remember the guy's name who scored it. Someone helped me out on that, but Luke Stocker seemed like he wasn't even trying, and Wangu didn't give it anything, but that punt return was the dagger of shit.
Yeah, it was. And you said it. Kenny Ngwangu, you saw the replay. He was back there all by himself, so he's definitely the safety net there. How does he not come up and make that tackle? I have no idea. Luke Stocker running half speed. Really, when the game's on the line and you don't make that play, and that turned out to be the difference. So Vikings defense really only holding the Rams to 23 points today. And a defense that, again, struggled against the run, but they were making plenty of plays when it mattered. Cam Dancer, again, a guy, I don't know, man. I wonder with the whole Bashaud Breeland thing if his confidence just got absolutely destroyed, and now he's still second-guessing himself because sometimes he's way out of position, sometimes he's there making plays, sometimes he's, almost having interceptions. It's just, I don't know. I feel like a guy really struggling here in year 2.
Well, and he was so, even in training camp, he was absolutely buried. I mean, that was a big question coming in this season, why he was so buried after last year for a rookie campaign for a 3rd-round pick was fantastic. But he was not even just that dropped interception, which was perfectly placed in his hands. He was dog shit.
Dove. It was a diving catch.
No, that thing bounced right off.
He had to dive for it. It wasn't like it came right to him.
Well, I'm glad
it was a tough catch.
Cornerback had to dive, and it still hit him right in the numbers.
He should have caught it. I'm saying it wasn't like it was just staying there, him in the chest.
He sat. He got on one knee. And was just waiting for it.
No,
yes,
he did have to dive for it.
Absolutely.
No, you're not right on this one.
And his coverage was dog shit all day. I don't care who he's covering. It was pathetic.
Yeah, no, he's not been great. He's definitely struggling, but I wonder if it comes back to just the Vikings making the move to bring in Breeland, if that shattered his confidence, got in his head. I don't know what it was, because the kid was playing great at the end of last year. How to have such a regression in year 2 is kind of head-scratching to me. I don't know, going through this game, I'm looking for moments where you really put it on the head coach, and I don't feel there was a lot of those today. I don't feel like this was a game Zimmer lost for the team at all. I just think it was some opportunities the team couldn't cash in, whether it was catching those interceptions or getting points when they did get the interceptions. I don't feel this was one you can really point the finger at Zimmer on and give him the blame.
No, that another thing was the fumble that we should have had from Cooper Kupp. They called it what the hell did they call it on the field? Cooper Kupp when he fumbled. What they call on the field?
Oh, they forward progress was stopped.
Forward progress, yeah. They stopped that, which wasn't even close. I mean, I'm not a big guy who points at the refs after the games, but that call again would have really switched things up. That was dog shit. I mean, forward progress. He wasn't even close to stopping.
He was still moving.
Yeah, that was very, very weird. Unfortunately, you cannot challenge that. Oli Udoh, Ezra Cleveland, Aaron Donald, they kept bouncing back and forth. Aaron Donald was just picking which one he wanted to F with, because Aaron Donald, you could say we should have double-teamed him. The Rams' defensive line and their linebackers, if you double-team Donald, someone else is going to do it. So Donald, you just got to deal with. And we knew he was going to rip us up, and he did.
He did. Aaron Donald had a hell of a game, show why he is so damn good, the best defensive tackle in the NFL. And they were using him smart. He was over Cleveland sometimes, over Udoh. And he definitely, especially I felt his impact was more in the run game today. hitting Madison way in the backfield, hitting Guangu a couple times. Obviously, creating pressure on Cousins too, but we kept running right up the middle, and every time Aaron Donald was shutting that thing down very quickly.
Yeah, Chris Boyd getting some mentions too. That interception was even worse than Danzler's. I mean, he was what? I mean, I don't know what.
That's the one I thought you were thinking
of.
There.
What the hell was happening there? We had our chances. We didn't do it. We didn't take advantage of it against a very good Rams team. I mean, they've been on a little bit of a lull here, but let's be real. Come playoff time, that's a team you don't want to play. Kwong's got some breaking news. Breaking news by Kwong.
No, and I think Kwong's 100% right. We do suck. We're not a very good football team. We showed it today, and it's too bad because there's a lot of talent on this team. Adam Thielen, let's talk about him. Let's talk about him just getting pissed off when he rolled his ankle again. I mean, he's swearing, cussing, throwing shit, and I thought he was done right then. And all of a sudden, you see him in the third quarter, he makes the catch. Like, what the hell is Adam Thielen doing back out there? And then he got hurt again, and he was upset again. I don't know what's going on.
I think he's just upset in general. He's pissed off. I mean, to be a Viking on this team, knowing the talent you have on it, and just for some reason, week in and week out, it probably wears on a guy. Usually you don't see Thielen. I'm pretty sure he was saying some very naughty words multiple times. You don't usually see that much emotion from Thielen. You see it every once in a while. But yeah, he was very upset. Very, very upset. I hope he's got a cold beer in his hand right now.
Yeah, it was bizarre. You just never see him that upset and showing his emotion like that so much. Matt Helmstead says we are average as fuck. Yeah, I mean, but again, there's a difference between good teams and bad teams, and good teams find ways to win, bad teams find ways to lose, and that's been the story of the Minnesota Vikings this year.
James Harris, positive Polly. It's always good to have some positive Pollys in here. Thank you for that.
Well, and if for some god unforeseen reason the Vikings do squeak into the playoffs, I do feel they're a team that no one's going to really want to play because they play up to these competitions.
I would want to play the Vikings.
I wouldn't. Because it's going to come down to the wire. If they finally make one of these plays that they don't make, then your season's over and they move on. You don't. So I wouldn't want to play the Vikings in the playoffs. 100% wouldn't want to play this team. I wouldn't.
Julian Marker, I felt like we were watching I'll say I felt the Bears game was a preseason game. This was just a game where we were stepping on our dicks. We had some good plays. We had some players definitely showed up today. Let's give some love to Anthony Barr, a guy who never really lights up the stat sheet and just does some of the dirty work. It was great to see him get 2 interceptions. I think he had like 7 tackles. I'm not sure, but Anthony Barr, this is definitely his last games as a Viking. He's going out with a bang. So that was great. He really wish he would have scored that touchdown on that pick.
Yeah, well, I wish he would have because I didn't have any confidence that our offense would knock it in from there. I don't know. Yeah, Anthony Barr played out of his mind, 2 interceptions. Again, that one, I don't know what the hell Matt Stafford was doing. He threw it right to Anthony Barr. It was kind of a crazy play there.
Matt Stafford looked like a real hungover shit.
He did. Speaking of hungover shit, I feel like our offense was hungover from the Bears game. Looked very much similar to what we saw that whole second half against the Bears. Can't run the football, can't really complete any passes. Finally, we shook it off late in the third quarter when we had to get some points quick. And the Vikings did. They moved down the field quickly, got back in this thing, made it close when this game definitely could have been much worse. Again, it's just another frustrating loss for the Vikings. This is what this is, what it boils down to. And again, we should all be used to it by now. And if we're not, if we're surprised or if we're upset, I don't know if you've been watching the season all year long, because this is what we've been seeing every single Sunday.
Helmstead is not giving JJ any love today. I mean, could you imagine us without him? I mean, Ramsey, they're arguably, aside from Donald, their best defensive player. At least that took up J.J. Jefferson. It opened some things up. Justin Jefferson opened things up for KJ Osborne, Tyler Conklin. So even when Jefferson, even though he had a big game, 116 yards or something, just having him out there is a big deal. So I'm not agreeing with Helmstead here, but I love him still.
Well, and you start to wonder if Ramsey was getting in Jefferson's head a little bit there, especially early when he was struggling and not catching much. And it seems like him and Kirk were not on the same page early in the game. You know, he had Kirk like telling him like he wanted him to go this way, and Jefferson did something else. So again, I do feel there's a little bit of a hangover from the offense from the Bears game, but they did kind of shake that out late. It was too late. But you know, it's unfortunate. The Vikings now 7-8 with very, very slim chances of getting into the playoffs.
Yeah, no sacks today. That was pretty surprising. But we did get into Stafford's grill a little bit, 5 quarterback hits, so that's good. But let's see.
Wanham was very quiet today, and this is what he had 3 tackles total. James Lynch quiet, and that's my concern with DJ Wanham after the big game last week. You want to see him come back and do it again, and he's very quiet, doesn't do it, and this is what we saw from him a year ago. He's hot and he's cold and he can't straighten things out and be consistent every single week. So I think there was that one play where we almost had the sack. I think it was Armand Watts. That led to the Anthony Barr interception after Matt Stafford scrambled out of that. So, that was better than a sack, obviously, but it's what it is. Hayru.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take his sacks against I'm kind of in the same boat as old Griff here. Wanham has a good game, great, but I really don't expect that week in and week out.
I just want to see it. I want to see it more consistently. That's all I'm saying. I'm not upset with him. I just wish he would have. I
don't anticipate seeing any consistency of him ever. I just think he'll show up sometimes, and sometimes he'll be gone.
And then maybe that's who he is. I still think it's too early to make that your final answer, but that's what it's looking like so far. You do, and we saw KJ Osborne drop 1-2 that hit his fingers, and Jefferson did as well, but. When Jefferson's getting 15 targets, he's not going to haul every single one in.
Yeah, but you're right, Jefferson. That first half, Jefferson just looked. They weren't having a shared connection.
No, they weren't. There was some disconnection there. They weren't on the same page, and maybe it was just the Christmas hangover. I don't know.
We didn't have any sacks. 0 sacks. A couple comments, just as far as we're seeing people throw out Eric Bieniemy, Doug Peterson, just new regimes, just to. And I think it's
going to happen.
We got to buckle up. Everybody's got to buckle up because this offseason, shit is going to hit the fan. It's going to be very interesting to see. Lupagus and I will probably be doing 8 videos a day just off of the players are moving on from and the coaches, all that sort of thing. Next year, it's going to be crazy how different this team will be, and it will be extremely different.
Well, and let's not make any – Zimmer is going to get fired. I think everybody on this coaching staff will get fired. And we'll have at least a whole new coaching staff. I don't know what Rick Spielman's future is going to be. Personally, I think he's been here long enough. I would rather just change everything and see how that shakes out. But if Spielman's back, I mean, that's fine too.
I actually saw, I can't remember what show it was, but they made a very good point where Spielman has been here so long. And yes, he's had some duds he's had some very good drafts. There's no doubt about it. I saw somewhere where they said the Vikings' best move on from all the coaches, put Spielman somewhere in the front office so he's still there, but not the GM. I actually love the shit out of that.
Why?
Why not? You telling me Spielman hasn't done some good things here?
No, I'm not saying, but why keep him around? I mean, I was curious. What would his role be? What would he do?
I think he's done fantastic in the drafts. I'd love for him to still have input in that.
Well, here's my thing. He's been here since 06.
Exactly why.
He's made some great picks, but what have they gotten us? They gotten us nothing. They gotten us. We had a couple NFC championship
and I put that on the coaching
appearances.
staff.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, if it cleared the entire thing, I would not be shocked. I don't know what if you keep him around as not the GM, but I don't know what his role would be. That's what I'm curious. What I'm asking you, what would he do?
I don't know.
Okay. And then you think he'd take such a role?
Yes.
You think he would not want to have the power to make the picks? Oh man, I don't know.
Oh, I think he would.
Could you imagine being the guy that makes the call and then now you don't get to do it anymore and they still want you to keep you around? I don't know. I just feel like you keep someone here. It's been 15 years. I just think if you're going to make a change, you might as well change everything.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying I'm not. I just thought it was very intriguing, the thought of it. That didn't come from me. You're very upset. I think you need to take a time out here.
No, I'm not upset. I don't know what his role would be.
Rainmaker, come on. Rainmaker, you at least got to point out the ones he's hit on. Nobody can deny that Spielman has not had some big old hits. So, yes, he's had some big misses as well. But when you look at it and you compare it to other drafts, I'm giving Spielman a little bit of love there.
No, and I can't argue with that. I mean, most of his drafts I agree with for the most part. I was not a Mike Hughes fan, not a Jeff Gladney fan, but Ponder, Bradbury, I was fans of. He's brought some superstars. He brought Adrian Peterson, Percy Harvin, Justin Jefferson. The guy's done well. So,
Diggs, Hunter,
again,
we all know what he did. I mean, he's done well, but let's focus back on the Vikings right now. I mean, we got 2 games left. We got the Packers, we got the Bears. I mean, it's out of our hands now. It was in our hands. We went out, we're in the playoffs. That is no longer. I mean, things would have to align perfectly for the Vikings to make the playoffs. And realistically, we just got to realize that chances are that's not going to happen. Packers next week, Sunday night, right?
Yeah, unless they flex it out, which they have not said they're going to do yet.
Yeah, we'll see. But Packers next week, still a big game. Who needed to lose today? Who screwed us earlier? I didn't even see the earlier scores.
Philly won, so I don't think that was good for the Vikings. Washington plays later.
Philly won. They're going to move to the 7th. They're the 7th seed right now, I believe.
Who won out Atlanta and the Lions? That's the one I did not see the final of yet. Because Atlanta was creeping up. Atlanta did beat the Lions, so they're 7-8, I believe, as well.
Falcons won.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you said.
Yeah. I think that was the other one that had any significance. Niners lost earlier, so, I mean, that would have helped if we had won. But
And Wangu today, 5 carries, 8 yards. Oof, gross. Jordan Berry had a good game.
I don't know. His first bump was shit. He was better after that.
Okay.
No,
Let me see. He had 5 punts, average. He had 2 inside the 20 and averaged 46 yards a punt with the longest 63.
Yeah, he started off bad, but he got better. Greg Joseph was good.
We say this week in and week out. We always generally say that Jordan Berry had a good game, which is never a good sign when you're pointing to your punter.
Yeah. I mean, Kenny Ngwangnu did not have a good game today.
JDT 93. You're absolutely right. We got a very expensive interior defensive line. We got Sheldon Richardson. We got Armand Watts, who and we still cannot stop the run. We have a very good middle linebacker. We can't stop the run. There's a mystery. I do not know why we can't stop the run. Sony Michel, come on.
That's my biggest head scratcher the entire season is why we cannot stop the run with who we brought in here. Yeah, with who we brought in, Michael Pierce, Delvin Tomlinson, you got Eric Hendricks. Why we cannot shut down the run will always baffle my mind. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It just makes no sense.
Greg Blosov, come on, man. He's been
what do you do? I think he's just trying to make more funny puns.
Well, keep them coming. Keep them coming. What does everybody think of the thought of the next 2 to 3 years just full on rebuild mode? Does that just give everybody the shits? I mean, when's the last time the Vikings we have not been in rebuild mode like ever. Because we've had very bad seasons, but we were still going into that season with some very good players. We've never really just tore it down. It's been a very long time since we did that. That was back in the Gus Frerotte years and the Kelly Holcomb years where it was just dog shit. But we've never just completely just stripped down a team, and I think it's coming.
I don't think it is. I really don't. I think you got plenty of young talent on this team. You don't have to strip it down. You can lose a bunch of pieces.
We're not getting rid of the younger players.
I'm just saying, when you talk about stripping it down, you're making it sound like you're getting rid of everybody. You got plenty of young talent on this team to move forward with. Yes, you're going to lose a large chunk of your defense, but
which is tearing it down.
I mean, you can tear down your defense, but I think you really need is a head coach who's not playing old school football. That would be huge. And to me, that's the biggest thing you got to do with this team.
Well, our defense, when you look at the contracts and stuff, everybody coming up, that's pretty much going to be completely different next year. I consider our offensive line being fairly different next year, along with, our tight end or Smith's future. We don't know what that holds. As far as him coming back healthy, Conklin's going to be gone. I think it's going to be a pretty damn different team next year, and I think that's considered tearing it down.
How different do you see our O-line being?
Oli Udo, gone. Garrett Bradbury, gone. 2 out of 5. That's pretty different.
So 2 positions.
Out of 5?
That's different.
It's almost half.
I think you got Mason Cole could take one of those positions. Is he around for 2 years or not? What's his contract looking like?
No, well, actually, I don't know. I wouldn't mind if they didn't bring him back, but good depth. Good depth.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a total teardown. I think it's a partial teardown and a new coach. I think you got to tear down the coaching staff. That's, to me, is what you got to tear down and start over with.
It's a pretty big move.
Yeah, it is.
Studs and turds coming up. Make sure you guys hop on. We did make 50 Patreons. This is the longest I've ever gone without mentioning our Patreon page, by the way. That's
and yeah, the newest one, Doozle got on there, and yeah, we're at 50. We're hoping to hit 52 by the end of the night.
52? That's what we're shooting for?
I think that's pretty fair.
Hit it up. We just gave away our new swag. There's a link right there, $2 a month. Hit up our Patreon page. Weekly videos, monthly giveaways. Come on the quiz show, and I can't remember anything else.
Don't come on the quiz show. You can be a participant on it.
You can do whatever you want on that thing.
Oh my God!
Anything is fair game.
One. Patrick Harms was on it. I think he got a parting gift, I believe.
No, he didn't. He got
That's
zero gift. Wayne Gallman did not get a run today. We have seen him strictly on special teams.
He had a kick return.
The funny part is we cut AJ Rose this week, and I mean we brought him back, but Gallman still stayed. He must be a hell of a guy.
They know what they got in Wayne Gallman. They're not messing around. They love Wayne Gallman.
Ethan Griffin,
yeah.
Are we freezing?
I don't know. I haven't froze. Have you?
I don't know. I think Griff's just a little.
Yeah,
We know what's going on there.
He got some bad Buddha for Christmas.
Nah, he doesn't do skank weed. Angel Dust, good to see him. Seems like it's been a while to see him. We need a veteran center. Average 2 guards. You're damn right we do. 50. I remember Julian Marker was a second Patreon. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Julian. Well done.
Yeah, let's get the 52 today. That's a good number. That's a good number.
What's Mason Cole's number? So, okay, let's talk about something. Adam Thielen looks to me like he re-injured his ankle today. Are we going to see him again the rest of the year, do you think?
I bet he would shoot anything into his ankle just to get out there against the Packers.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we'll see him. The fact that he came back and still played, if it's a pain thing and it's just like, look, this is going to hurt like hell, but it's not going to get any worse, I think he's absolutely out there. We know Adam Thielen has been there forever. If it's something that could get worse, then yeah, maybe not. But if it's just pain, he'll go out there. He'll go out there on one leg. He'll be out there like Lieutenant Dan.
I don't think Lieutenant Dan had any legs.
Lieutenant Dan, you don't have any legs.
I guess if the season's still alive, maybe that would factor into it, which I think no matter what happens, we're technically not eliminated yet. So
James Harris, you ever heard of Brian O'Neill? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know what James Harris is smoking. I think Ezra Cleveland's definitely worth keeping as well.
Oh yeah, he's still on that rookie. He ain't going anywhere, but
he got destroyed.
You can't. The thing with Ezra Cleveland is he's been pretty good to average somewhere in that range, but you're also looking at the players that we've had at guard there before. So I'm not saying I won't be surprised one bit if they went to look improve both guard positions and center, because Ezra Cleveland, great piece, nice to have there, depth, but should he be a starter? I don't know. I'm gonna
do what you do. I'm gonna hand over a pass here to Ezra Cleveland because I feel he needs at least 2 seasons at one position. The guy's moved around. You know, he was a tackle in college. He gets put to right guard. Now he's put to left guard. Let's let him have another year working at that position all through the offseason, and then we'll make a judgment. Now I feel like you froze.
I did freeze.
Oh, you're back.
That's true. But also, he was a second-round pick, and we've seen players in the third, fourth round come in, switch positions, and have fantastic rookie seasons, fantastic second seasons as well. So,
well, I mean, if you're looking at a problem on the O-line, left guard isn't the major problem. It's center and right guard. So,
Julian Marker wants 100 Patreons by next season. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. This offseason is going to be Ezra Cleveland's the starter. Matt Helmstead says, yeah, I mean, I'm an Ezra Cleveland guy. Don't get me wrong. Griff
No,
agrees.
and we'll do a video. I mean, after the season, of who to keep, who not to keep. I mean, obviously, and who's somebody you want to stick around. But hey, one thing I want to bring up, and this isn't really a huge talker, but did they change the rule about removing your helmet on the field? Because Cam Bynum now 2 games in a row, you show the defense celebrating. He's got his helmet off, and that used to be like an instant penalty if you took your helmet off in the field of play. Does anybody know? Did that rule get changed?
You didn't see that?
What?
Cam Bynum rules don't apply to Cam Bynum.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Cam Bynum is an up and comer. It does not. He has no rules. You know what Cam Bynum would have done? He would have caught every one of those interceptions today, aside from what's his nuts, Danzler and Chris Boyd, because that's embarrassing.
Well, I don't know. He was out there a couple times. I didn't see him make any huge plays, but I'm just curious because I saw that last week against the Bears in a big interception. And then today again, everybody else got their helmet on. There's Cam Bynum just smiling all pretty. I mean, he's a good looking guy. Maybe I'd take my helmet off too if I look like that. But I don't know.
Ryan Spindler. I want a blanket made of soft blind puppies.
Why are blind puppies softer than normal puppies? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I'm glad he said it. Ethan Griffith, if we rebuild, who do we keep around? Pretty much anyone under the age of 25 years old that is mildly contributed, and some old. We need some old fart in the secondary, whether it's Harrison Smith or Patrick Peterson.
What it is, this is the major issue when it comes to the rebuild, is what we're going to do with the quarterback position. If a new coaching staff comes in, are they going to want to keep Kirk Cousins for at least one more year and try to compete right away, get a good vibe under their belt for year one? Are they going to try to blow this thing up with the new quarterback and try with their guy? That's the question. To me, that's going to be the whole heart and soul to blow up, if you want to call it that. The quarterback position is what it's going to be.
Jonathan Kruger, brand new Patreon.
We got one?
Just joined. Jonathan, thank you for saddling up. There's the link right there. The next one that signs up, Lupagus, is going to shotgun a beer on the live show to help celebrate that.
Nope, I'm not good at that. I have sensitive teeth.
It's because you don't brush them. Jonathan Kruger, fantastic. Welcome aboard. I hope Jonathan Kruger is game to come on the quiz show.
Wow. It's very aggressive of you.
Cam Bynum will be a starter next season. That is not out of the question. Xavier Woods' 1-year contract and our secondary is depleted. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Cam Bynum. He's definitely a guy to be excited about. Whether they dick around, maybe possibly put him back at cornerback because our cornerbacks are pretty much gone. Cam Danzler blows. Chris Boyd can't catch. So Cam Bynum, I hope they have fun with him and play with him a little bit. Griff is giving Kruger some love as well.
Did you see Xavier Woods' face? How mad he was and frustrated after I think it was one of the Rams' late first downs. That was horrible. I mean, I would not want to run that in the dark alley. Should be shitting my pants. Griff
has some tips for your teeth.
Yeah, I tried it. It tastes
like shit, burn it to the ground.
What does he want? What does he want to do after the fire? What's he going to do with the ashes?
I picture old McDonald right now just feeding his goats out of a nice metal bucket.
I think it was a donkey named Elvis.
It was Julie Marker, Russell Wilson. Oh, you're that's a pipe dream.
I don't know what the Vikings do. Again, it depends. I think I'm in Sasquatches. Whoever the new head coach is, what he wants to do. I think if it's Spielman here, he's going to go along with it. I think they're going to maybe try to find some. I saw this float around last week on Twitter. Cousins to the Steelers for a first, and I think it was like a third.
2 firsts. It was insane. It was not realistic.
If you get a first and something for Cousins, I think you do that 100%. And I'm a Cousins guy.
Anything for that, they had to eat $10 million in that trade scenario. They got like 2 first-round picks, a third-round pick, and they had to eat $10 million in the contract. They would do that any day of the week. Of course,
hell yeah, you'd do it. But again, let's give Kirk Cousins some love today too. I mean, he threw for over 300 yards, ran a little bit, and the guy had some. I think he had fractured rib. Is that what it was? A fractured rib. Very painful, and he took some hits as well. So Cousins was a gamer today, and even though him and Jefferson weren't on until late in the game, Cousins did toughen up, and he rose to the occasion today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never really. He's always been tough. I mean, what's that? How many games that guy's missed? Any?
None.
Never. I mean,
never.
Nothing. DJ Gunnarsson.
I heard it. I heard a
DJ
ding.
Gunnarsson. Welcome aboard, sir. Appreciate that. Up to 52. We did it. DJ Gunnarsson, welcome to the Patreon page. There's a link right there. We're up to 52. I might as well go for 53. But trade seriously, trade millions. Yeah.
Let's get Derek Kendricks tonight.
Robbie is not really that far off here with the amount of money that he will be making. You gotta take the money in consideration, not just the talent. And he's not too far off. It's gonna be very, very tough to move Kirk Cousins this offseason, even if we wanted to. The thought of a new coach, I mean, Vikings fans, even though that where we are right now and it's very depressing, playoffs are just a pube of a chance to make it. The thought of just something new next year gets me very, very excited.
Hey, whoa! Sam Goldberger.
Holy shit. Good looking fellow as well. Fart squad in my skull. Where's the fart squad? Thank you, Sam. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much.
Fart squad went. Maybe Fart squad might be a team. It might be like the Rockers. It might be a duo. Maybe a foursome or a threesome like Demolition.
Fart squad and Sam. They seem like the ones that would cheat a lot when the ref's not looking.
Oh yeah, they're using the steel chair. They're throwing salt in people's eyes. Guaranteed they're doing all those kind of tactics to win. And I wish the Vikings would use some of those tactics to win some of these games because we're just not doing it playing clean. Yeah, shit. I had something else to talk about. Now I'm completely on the wrestling mindset.
Well, I guess this will have to turn into a wrestling show from here on out. Make sure to get your studs and turds in your brain. We're going to be tossing the link down here real soon, so you guys come on.
Ethan Griffith brings up a great point. I think it's definitely worth talking about, and I think you should put his comment up right now. Yeah, I think we do, actually. I think we do.
It's fair comment. I guess we'll never know. I mean, we would definitely have a better record, and we wouldn't be 2 for 12 on third down, which makes me want to punch myself in the dick about 10 times in a row.
But the other thing that is definitely a thing is the Vikings and the Super Bowl curse. It just seems the world's against us here. Is Belichick enough to make that go away?
Yes, he is.
I think he is too. I think we actually maybe do get there with Belichick in charge, but it's not going to happen.
Robbie puts it perfectly. Get a new head coach and take it from there. We can speculate all we want, but this is going to be all up to the new coach. We can even try to guess exactly what's going to happen with Kirk Cousins, whatever. But it's we're not going to know until we see who we hire. We all know we're getting a new head coach, and that's very exciting. My only hope is that it is a completely offensive-minded coach, and they bring in a fantastic defensive coordinator. Hey, maybe he hires Mike Zimmer as defense coordinator. How good does that sound?
Yeah.
I mean, it never happened.
I think it's 100% going to be an offensive-minded coach. I wonder if everybody's going to be upset if it's a first-time coach or not. It could be one of these sexy young guys who've never done it before. But to me, if we were actually going through this roster player by player, I think we may be surprised with the number of guys we'd actually want to keep around.
We would be, especially when you look at their contracts. But Jason, very good point, new GM before new head coach. Another thing is we're not going to deal with next year is the fact that half our assistant coaches are related to either previous coaches or current coaches. That shit will be wiped out immediately, which is just weird and sucks that we even have to deal with it.
Yeah, no more nepotism. It's got to be no relations. Only sexual relations on this. Only sexual relations on this coaching staff. That's all we want. That's all.
All right, we're getting real close to bring on studs and turds. Here's a Patreon link right here. We already had 2 sign up. Let's get a third. I'm going to cut a whiz while Lupagus talks about something real weird and probably very awkward.
Well, I'm just going to try to take a look at the stats quick and see if there's anything we did not touch on yet. I can't find it. They're gone.
How many sacks did the Vikings give up?
Sacks did they give up? That's a good question. Let's take a look. Stats. All right, let's go to the Rams. Rams had 2 sacks. That was it. 2 sacks for the Rams. One by something called Greg Gaines, other one by Aaron Donald. Again, Donald was a beast today. Really just destroying our boys. Von Miller was quiet, so we did good against him. But yeah, God, Aaron Donald's just so good. And we took Anthony Barr, I believe, over him in that draft. A pick we probably wish we could have had back. Thank you, Tim Boss. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. For those of you who do celebrate that. How many pressures? I don't know. I don't think I do, Ethan. Thank you for that. That's very kind. What did Scholar say?
Hey, I got a question. As I just thought about when I was urinating.
Yeah, what's the question?
Take Cam buying him out of the mix. I want to see in the comments one player that you're hoping or that you're excited about for next year that we really have not seen much of at all this year. One player that's on the roster, some young buck that you don't think is getting enough love that should be on the field that you think can come in next year and be a contributor.
Hey, Micro Mike's in the house.
Micro Mike, we tried so damn hard. We were close. We know how much you hate the Rams and Matt Stafford, so we tried. Harrison Hand already. Yeah, there's one.
That's Harrison Hand.
Couple Harrison Hands.
Really?
That's
yeah,
fair.
It's Robinson.
Smith Marset, the only inactive person today for the Vikings. Why the hell that happened, I have no idea. Wyatt Davis. Yeah. We just had a bunch of Wyatt Davis.
That's what I thought it was going to be. Lynch. I mean, Lynch was quiet today. Was that the guy your dad took a bath with?
No. Close. Very close. Thank you for asking. Davis. All right. I guess Wyatt Davis is probably the easy answer. Chaz Surratt. That's a good one.
Micro Mike. Let's just say Stafford looked like ass today.
Yeah, if it makes you feel any better, Stafford threw 3 interceptions. It should have been 5, and he looked like complete dog shit.
Could have actually been 6 if Nick Vigil would have had his head around a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that was a tough play, though. Tough play.
It was. Just some bounces just weren't going our way. Jarius Robinson. Interesting. One bath
and one, I guess.
Yeah.
Patrick Jones.
Yeah, a good one. He didn't do much today. Was he even on the stat sheet today?
There it is. Let's get one more Patreon, $2 a month. That's a holiday coffee. Jalen Twyman, love to see that. And Wangu, 2 more carries. Nick Vigil, Julian Marker saying, do we re-sign him? That goes back to earlier is we can't even attempt to guess at this until we see who the coach and the GM are. I think he's played enough. If he wants to come back and maybe be I don't know if he's really a starting linebacker. I think he's a playmaker.
He's a veteran minimum guy.
He's kind of like Eric Wilson. He comes out there in spurts, but also has some very quiet games and maybe not in the right spot at the right time a lot of times. But when he is, it's beautiful.
Yeah, for Squad 5000, great point on Dan Chesina. He definitely did that. He gave up outside leverage on that punt return. He likes to dive, and I don't know. Chesina to me is a guy I would not keep for next year. Not a priority.
I'm gonna make a real unbold prediction and say whoever the next head coach is not going to save a roster spot for a special team gunner. I think he'll just find it. Huh?
Not that great. He's really not that great.
No, I'm surprised he's still on this team. It's weird. Probably a hell of a guy. I'm glad he was really fast at Penn State. But yeah, he probably shouldn't be on this team.
Yeah, if you're going to keep the fastest players for the next coach, then maybe you keep them around. But I don't see it. I haven't seen it. I don't know why he's on the roster.
Esper says, "Fuck it, throw Zach Davidson at guard." Bold.
Interesting. Interesting. Thielen will be traded
Stephen
next
Powers,
year.
Thielen will be traded. Thielen will definitely be a name to watch what happens in this offseason.
And again, and maybe we need to go back to this, was what Thielen showed, the emotion, the swearing, the tantrum. Was that because he was hurt, or is that his frustration with this offense and the play again being short of the first down, the catch he made, the call being made? Curious what that was all about. To me, the initial thought was the injury, but now more that I think about it, maybe that was the entire season just getting on him and getting to him.
A lot of frustration. Bigger corner center. Zim is gone. What do you think? Should we do our studs and turds? Are we ready?
I think we talked this shit show through. Vikings again coming up short in a game they probably should have won. Let's hear some studs and turds. I don't know who mine are yet. I haven't really decided.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, studs pretty easy.
All right, there we go. There's the link. Hop on. Give us your stud and turd of the game. See a stud. Leaf says Bar is the stud.
He says Bar stood. Bar stood.
Blake Brandel. Andrew wants to see more Blake Brandel.
You know what? I got to tell you, Blake Brandel's on the field. Good things tend to happen.
Ploppy, studs, Dalvin Tomlinson. Shit.
Nope.
I just lost it. Studs, JJ Turds, other 52. That's fair. Tim Forskin have been sober for 4 years. I'm seriously considering getting hammered. Man.
Stay strong, buddy. Stay strong.
Stay strong.
This team's not worth
we'll
breaking that streak for.
We'll drink them for you. That way you can take a pass.
Get hammered when we win the Super Bowl.
Uh-oh, there's Helmstead again. This 2 weeks in a row. Matt Helmstead, what's up,
Hey, Helmstead, hell yeah.
Hey, boys. After this loss, don't cut me off. I got a little bit to talk about, all right?
Oh, boy.
Should I go pee?
Damn near.
Hey,
Oh, my God.
All right. First of all I got to say is I am not taking this loss too hard because I feel that this loss solidifies Zim out the fucking door. Zim will be gone next year. And that, I mean, I look back at the Zim era and it wasn't a bad era, you know? He brought us to the NFC Championship, whatever,
absolutely.
you know? But, like, it's just time to move on. The NFL has passed him up. It's damn near all about offense. Even if you look at how the referees call bullshit, how the NFL tweaks rules, it's all about offense. It's not a defensive league anymore. Even like 2017, I feel like, was the last year where your defense could really carry you, and the Vikes saw that. But it was done. 2018, it's all about offense now, straight up. And if you look at this game, yeah, our defense played decent. And look, we still gave up, what, 30, right? Yeah.
30.
No, 23. When was the punt return?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. They still probably would have at least gotten a field goal, but, like, over 25 points, you know? Our defense didn't play bad, but also Zimmer is here to win us games defensively. He did not do that at all. I'm not lying here. Like, I like Zimmer as a coach. I think he is a smart defensive mind. He knows how to scheme defense. He knows how to get us to sacks. We're the leading team in sacks this whole year, you know? And we don't have Daniil Hunter. We don't have these premier edge rushers, but Zimmer still schemes up the sacks. And we're still 7-8. How does that not show that defense does not win championships anymore? You have to realize that. We have
Helmstead with the passion. Yes.
We have Adam Thielen. We have Justin Jefferson, who's a top 3 receiver. Hell, he didn't play like it today. He was dropping passes left and right, but, like, receivers will have that, you know? I feel like he just wasn't super dialed in today, but still. And first of all, let me talk about second of all, let me talk about Alexander Mattison compared to Dalvin Cook. Okay? I see all these tweets that, oh, get rid of Dalvin Cook. Oh, we paid Dalvin Cook too much money. Yeah, Alexander Mattison is I'll give him this. He's a good backup running back. But that's what he is, all right? He's a backup running back. Kenny Nwangu is a great kick returner, special teams player, whatever, okay? But that's what he is, all right? Dalvin Cook is a running back. First, second, and third down. He can pass protect, all right? He can catch the ball, all right? He can run the mother effing rock day and night, you know? Like, I don't understand how all these people say, oh, Alexander Madison is better than Delvin Cook. Like, when he's getting these 100-yard games when Cook is out, it's because he's playing a weak run defense and they're not scheming to stop Delvin Cook. They see Delvin Cook is out and they say, all right, we got to stop JJ and Thielen and Cousins and we're going to win the game. Like, it's all about scheme, you know? They're going to let Alexander Madison run 100 yards on him. They don't care. And they're still going to win the game when he does that. You know, like, Alexander Madison isn't the answer. Like, I feel as if we would have had Delvin Cook this game, we would have had a lot different play calling and a lot more offensive output. I feel like we were in 3rd and long this whole game. And we converted, honestly, more than I thought we would have on 3rd and long. But still, 3rd and long is the kryptonite to Kirk Cousins. He can't beat that because when he gets pressure in his face, he launches it either way if no one's open. And guys, like,
Helms, you need to crack another beer, man. You're bound
hold
up.
on. Don't even, please, boys. Don't even cut me off. I have one more
That's
take.
orange Kool-Aid.
Let me take a little sip.
What are you drinking? Is that orange iced?
It's a mixie. I was drinking beers, but I had to go to the vodka because of this.
Oh wow!
Game.
You're not messing around.
Seriously, hey, this is my girlfriend. I converted her to a Vikes fan.
I was starting to worry about it. I think you had someone hostage back there.
I feel bad for her now because she has to suffer.
Bad for her too.
Signal if you need help, ma'am.
She has to suffer through this bullshit, and I'll leave you guys with this one.
You got to give us your stud and turd.
Stud and turd. All right, yeah. I'll give you guys a stud and turd. Sorry, boys.
No, you're good.
Helmstead.
Yeah, I'm coming with the fucking takes, boys.
I like it. Who is it?
My turd. It's honestly got to be fucking Cam Dantzler for that dropped fucking interception.
Yeah.
I was screaming at the fucking TV. That would have changed the game. That was a 7-point swing. The Ram went and scored a touchdown after that drop interception. That could have been us in plus territory. My stud? Fuck. I'll give it to our interior line.
Wow, shocking.
Aaron Donald. He made a little bit of an impact, but not as much of an impact as I was thinking, you know? They fucking neutralized him for as much as you can neutralize Aaron Donald, you know? Like,
all right. Helmstead, we love it. We love it.
I love you, boys.
Thank you, sir. Right. Thanks for hopping on.
Buddy.
Make another vodka.
Take care of that, Dame.
All right, you gotta love the passion. We let him go on a rant for a while. I think he needed to get that out of his system. So you're welcome, Helmstead, and to his girlfriend. You know, he let out some aggression. Darian, we got to bring him on. I've seen him drinking out of his red Solo cup. I don't know what's in that thing. But I hope it's good. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, sorry about that. I was eating dinner. Unfortunately, you know, the Vikings almost messed that up. So.
Where are you? Where it's dinner time?
I'm in Virginia. My wife actually did me a favor and took the kids with her, so I'm at home alone.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Lucky.
But
what a wife.
I will say this: I don't know what's more heartbreaking. Was it either the Brandon Powell running the kickback, or just watching us kick that field goal at the very end of the game? I don't know what breaks my heart more. At this point, when you're, a Vikings fan for as long as I've been, I grew up, watching Chris Carter play. That was like my favorite player growing up. I was 12 when the Vikings lost to Atlanta. I know all about the whole, just being upset. So it's just, I can't exactly go full out rage mode anymore because it's kind of just tiring at this point.
We're immune to it.
I will say this. I think Madison is actually a really good running back. I think it's very vindictive of our offensive line. If we had a better offensive line, he would definitely be more productive. But, I mean, it's just the difference between him and Cook. Cook just has a lot of speed behind what he does. So that's always been like the difference. But as far as tough running yards, I mean, Madison is good.
Agreed.
But at some point, it has to be some type of change that has to happen. Obviously, we've gotten to the point where the play calling is just stagnant. We know what we're gonna get every drive. We know what first down is gonna be. We know what second down is gonna be, and it's to the point now where it's like, okay, the coaches don't even need to really game plan against Zimmer because you already kind of know what you're gonna get, So it's very upsetting, I must say, to just sit there and just watch us be stagnant, knowing the weapons that we actually have on offense that we just never seem to use well or just underutilize. And for God's sake, Kirk Cousins just loves to always make it seem like he has control of the game when he really doesn't. So it's one of those type of things where it's just like, dang, man, like when are we ever just going to get over? It's exasperating at this point. Like I feel like before this game, I really wish we would have lost to the Steelers. Like just cut our heads off like right now, because now we're still sitting here and we still have hope.
Still hope, we got a little bit. It feels good.
We still have hope. We could still make the playoffs. I hate feeling like this every year where it comes down to the last two games for us to make the playoffs. I think since 2017 it's been like this. It's very annoying. So I think I do like the way Spielman drafts at points. There's been points that he's been spot on, but I don't think we have the coaching to really develop some of the guys that we actually trying to get. And then I'm really tired of seeing Zimmer trade down to grab about 5, 6, 7th rounders every year. You're tired of seeing that every year. So I'm all about just getting rid of everybody. Get rid of Spielman, Zimmer. Get rid of Kurt and just start over new. Like I'm also with the quarterback as well. I've never really been like a huge fan of Mon. He does well for what, if you give him a system to kind of work in, he does really well. I watched him in the SEC. He's good, but not great. So I don't know. It's like I said, it's gotten to the point like, hey man, what are we gonna do? We're like, even the Bengals have gotten better, and the Bengals were just in purgatory hell, and it looks like we're about to go down the same route.
For 40 years.
Yeah.
There's hope. They're giving us hope. That's what they're doing. They're giving us hope.
Yeah.
Even the Bengals can turn it around. Who's your stud and turd?
My turd is the play calling.
That's fair.
That's definitely
fair.
The play calling is still horrendously bad. My stud, I'll still
do it.
I don't know who to ever really give studs.
Gotta have some stud. He's deep in your heart. You know it. You just gotta pull
it's
him
really
out.
Hard. I guess Jefferson for breaking the record.
We'll take it. Helmstead was not giving Jefferson any love.
No, but he loved the guard play today.
Yeah. So that's what I got, guys.
Darren, thanks for hopping on, man.
Thanks, Dorian.
Appreciate it, man. Good to see your face.
It's a good one. Good face by Darian there. I call him DeLorean, I think, by accident.
You call him DeLorean. All right, we got Griff. We got Griff hopping on here. Monamidai, we see you. We see you as well in the dark. So stick around. Griff, what's up, buddy?
What up,
there he
boys? How we doing?
We're
Gang,
doing
gang.
Doing
How
okay.
you doing, buddy? Looking
Oh, I'm
good.
living that dream here, boys. Living that dream.
Hell yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
gotta say, just off the bat, my God, Helmstead, you know, sip some water in there. You know, add a little bit of water, have some crackers.
He's
take
loving
a
life.
little nap. Rumor
Yeah,
has
call
it
him-
Tim Forson was about to go drink, and he saw your behavior and was like, "No, what? I'm good. I'm good." So that's just what occurred there. My God, damn. All right, boys.
Helmstead.
Yeah, here we go. I'm going to get you up on that horse for you, boys. You know, remind the viewers that there is a shot clock on this thing. Stud of the game, Anthony Barr. Dude's the only one who came away with plays, big plays, whatever. Turd of the game has to be Kubiak. Nepotism. He basically sucks at life, and he looks like it. You know what I mean? When he is looking out in the distance with those sad puppy dogs all droopy, all I can think about is how he's watching Matamita in bed with two girls, and he's jealous. That is what is going through his brain. Don't forget it. That's a segment, boys. Love ya. Peace.
See you,
Griff
Griff.
Daddy, our boy. I always love it. Good shit. Old school. All right, Matamidai. In the dark. I think he might be completely nude.
Where are you, Monamita?
Matamidai is completely buck
back,
naked.
I'm in the back of a car. I think this is the appropriate setting in the dark.
Hey, have you been
kidnapped?
We
I
need
think
to,
you
we
might
need to contact the local authorities.
I think you're in the trunk.
All right, so my
It's a Dateline.
Matamidai is in the witness protection program right now.
oh yeah, yep.
All right, what do you got for us, buddy?
All right, I think my stud is motherfucking Justin Jefferson. I mean, I didn't watch the whole game, but Jefferson's my fallback, so he's the stud. And my turd probably will have to be Kirk Cousins, but more specifically the offensive line. So I hear we had 4 picks, and you're telling me we couldn't get more points off of 4 motherfucking picks? Are you kidding me?
It was three.
Kidding me?
We feel you, Matamidai. We feel you.
I mean,
Keith Morrison is going to hop on here as soon as I say something.
If you were in the playoffs and you had 3 picks and you didn't convert, that's like, I mean, my goodness.
Yeah.
Matamidai, breathe, buddy.
You need to get
Breathe.
those points.
I feel you. I feel it. Matamidai, every week, we love you, man. I love the fact that you're in the dark. I love it.
Yeah.
It fits the end of this game.
I
Well
think
done,
he's in
sir.
college, though. All right, Matamidai, I love you, buddy. Very concerned with Matamidai.
He said he was just in the backseat of a car and he felt safe, but I don't know. I think we might need to check on him.
That car had like 14 different shaped windows. That was
Car had really tiny garage windows in the back of it for some reason.
Yeah, I think he maybe has a
lot of concern from Matamidai. People are either concerned or completely under the impression that he is with a handful of women.
It's one or the other. It's one or the other. He's
all right. Anybody else wants to hop on? I'll throw the link out there real quick. I think probably got it out there. But I got my stud and turd. I'm ready. So Lupagus, take a peek at the comments. I got to grab something.
Well, I got my stud. I got to figure out my turd. One thing I do want to bring up, and then this goes back to Helmstead's comments. I actually think Zimmer's going to be gone. But I don't know if he coaches again in the NFL. I think he might be done as a coach. I mean, how old is he? He feel like he's high 60s. Got a young girlfriend. He's got grandkids. And I feel the game has passed him by. So I actually think Mike Zimmer, I don't think he coaches again in the NFL after the season, to be honest with you guys. And I'm curious to see what anybody else thinks about that, because I do think he's done. Ethan Griffith backing down, talking smack to these guys, and now he's apologizing to them. Griff, we got nothing bad. But yeah, the only question I have for Griff is what product he uses in that beautiful hair of his. That's all I got. Any chance Coral drops to us? I mean, maybe. You don't know. It's still early. It's December. But usually the trend in the NFL draft is quarterbacks rise, even if they don't deserve to. I mean, hell, Daniel Jones went 6. So if we end up with like the 15th pick, I doubt there's a real quality quarterback that's going to be there for us at that point. I agree, John. I think Zimmer's done. I don't think he coaches again.
I've been listening.
Purple Haze.
Zimmer, this is what he'll do. He's either gonna just resign, so he goes out. He's been in the NFL for so long. Just resign. He goes and he's Deion Sanders, defense coordinator at Jackson State. They love each other. Goes out on his horse into the sunset, whatever you call it. All right, Gay. I'm gonna warn you guys. I'm bringing him back on.
No, don't do it.
I can see. Look at he's doing fist pumps. He's got 10. Hey, Helmstead, you got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Helmstead, 10 seconds.
Up?
What do you got?
Hey, my 10 seconds.
Are you okay, ma'am? Ma'am, are you okay?
Yeah, she's okay. Hey, my 10 seconds is
really good.
Don't, to all Vikings fan listening out there, don't take this as a negative. This secured at least Zimmer, maybe Kirk, maybe Spielman. I'm kind of a Spielman fan, but maybe all three. Who knows? This secured Zimmer's firing, which we need. We need offense, all right? We need offense. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Right,
Bye, Helmstead. Bye, Helmstead.
Come on, you're going to be on your knee proposing. We can't
Positivity.
Wait. Positivity. Lupagus proposal will be from Helmstead.
I can't wait.
I think I saw Montemita in the background.
No, he's in a car in the dark. Oh God.
Shit. Hey, all right. Let's do our studs and turds. I think everybody is pretty much in agreement that it's that this playoff chances are over. There's still that glimmer of hope. Still also a glimmer of hope that we'll get to 53 Patreons before the show is over. I think Helmstead needs to get his missus to sign up as well. It's just she's wearing Vikings gear. There's the link right there. Let's get to 53. Lupagus and I are going to do our studs and turds. Lupagus, I'm gonna let you start it off. We always end on a good note, so we will start off with our turds. So I'm gonna let you go first. I got a big burp.
Yeah,
it's ink coming.
All right. Well, my turd, I just decided who it was going to be, and there's definitely some options tonight, but I'm going to go with our rookie running back Kenny Nwangwu, 5 for 8 on his carries. Again, a lot of that wasn't his fault. There was Aaron Donald up in his grill. But again, not making much of the opportunities he was given. And then you see the bad kick return he did have, and the lack of effort on the punt return touchdown, which turned out to be the difference. He really was the safety net there. Why he's not flying down, making that hit, making that tackle, I have no idea. Is he thinking too much of himself as a return man, doesn't want to sacrifice his body? I don't know. You're a special teamer. You're a rookie. You're a 4th-round pick. You should be flying down, making that tackle. Where were you? Where were you, Kenny? To me, he is the turd today.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, God, I love me some Kenny Nwangwu. So I know you do too. So I know that was very tough for you.
It was.
Hats off to Lupagus for putting his heart aside and just going with his nuts, those beautiful nuts. I'm going with a very easy one here, and it's Cam Dantzler, and it's not because of just the dropped interception. So it was just his coverage all day, and he's just sucked. Lupagus, what happened? You have breaking news?
I don't know where it's coming from. What the hell was that?
I didn't hear anything. Lupagus just had a stroke. Cam Dantzler, I'm sorry. He just sucked. He sucked all day. And like I said, dropped interception aside, coverage was dog shit. Yeah, they're going to get some good receivers, but Cam Dantzler, I got so much high hopes for you. I hope you come back next week and just light shit up. But Cam Dantzler's my turd. Stud. Lupagus, who you got for a stud?
You couldn't hear that music that was playing super loud in my ears?
Nobody
my
heard
God,
about
it was
you.
horrifying. Thank God. That was scary. Was scary and crazy.
Who's your stud?
My stud's easy. It was Anthony Barr. 2 interceptions. What do you have? 7 tackles today. Anthony Barr, really no question about it. He is the stud today. I don't know how you can go with anybody else unless you're trying to be cute. It's Anthony Barr, no doubt in my mind.
It is Anthony Barr. 100% Anthony Barr. I'm going to throw in a stud B. I'm not trying to get cute, as Lupagus would say. But Jefferson, Helmstead was not giving Jefferson love at all. I'm not on the same page with him on there. I love his passion. I loved his thoughts. I thought Jefferson had a pretty good game. But I'm going to give Tyler Conklin a little bit of love. 4 or 5 targets. But the fact that what I loved about Conklin today was he was the safety net. He was getting some tough catches, some tough yards. So he might have only been 444, which is mild dog shit when you look stats wise. But Conklin, I love the fact that him and Cousins have a connection where he can just get it to him, and he's every time he gets thrown the ball, he's making shit happen.
Well, it's what Conklin does when he has catches, usually for first downs or drive starters or touchdowns. It's Tyler Conklin.
I hate the fact that Conklin is probably going to be gone next year and earn some well-deserved money. Another 5th-round pick by Spielman, which was a great pick from Central Michigan. But I hate the fact that he's going to be like a fucking, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a team that he's going to be on that's just going to really piss me off. He's going to be like a Lion or a Raven, something like that. And he's just going to be good.
Titan.
He's going to be a Titan. So, yeah, Tyler Conklin, well done. There you have it. I mean, any final thoughts? Final thoughts? What do you got?
I don't know. Just a game the Vikings had every opportunity to win. Can't cash in on some big opportunities. You leave some chances on the field, and this team is not good enough to overcome those, and that's why we are 7-8 with a very slim chance of making the playoffs.
Well, I got some final thoughts. DJ Gunnarsson, thank you so much for joining up for the Patreon tonight. Jonathan Kruger as well. Link right here if anybody wants to sneak in. Final B number 53. My final thoughts are basically this. While we might be out of the playoffs, most likely out of the playoffs, I'll say Packers we're still going on with a bang. Me and Lupagus will be here hot and heavy.
Banging?
Huh?
I think you said we're going to bang.
Possibly. But we'll be going out with a bang. Packers coming up. So there will be plenty to talk about. I can't think of anything better than a non-playoff team sweeping the Packers just so we can rub that in their faces and in their crotches for the upcoming off season. But there you have it. Thanks for everybody hopping on. It was a good show. Thanks for everybody joining us. Helmstead, have a glass of water and maybe some crackers like old Griff said. It was great to see you.
It was. Helmstead, you'll be in my dreams later tonight.
Finishing out.
Bang.
There you go.
All right, guys. As we're waiting for the Packers week to hit up, remember this: 11% of Americans have never left the state they were born in.
Purple Haze.